President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi congratulated on Tuesday his Ugandan counterpart Yoweri Museveni for his re-election. Presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said the president sent a congratulatory message to Museveni in which the head of state conveyed his sincere wishes for him after he had won the presidential race. In his message, President al-Sisi said he is sure the new presidential term would enable the Ugandan leader to continue the path of achievements for the sake of his nation. The president reiterated that he was looking forward to cooperating with Museveni in the coming years with the aim of opening new horizons of enhanced bilateral ties and realizing the aspirations and ambitions of the two peoples. He further expressed his sincere wishes of prosperity, development and progress for Uganda. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi returned home on Tuesday, ending a two-day visit to Jordan for talks with King Abdullah II, which tackled a number of regional issues of mutual concern, as well as means to foster bilateral ties in various domains.
Wrapping up a two-day state visit to Jordan, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi arrived home on Tuesday. Ahead of his departure, President al-Sisi met with Jordanian Prime Minister Bishr el-Khassauna, who hailed historic ties that bind the two nations at both official and social levels. President al-Sisi expressed appreciation for the welcoming reception, praising strong ties with Jordan. The head of state said he is looking forward to boosting ties at the economic and trade levels, either bilaterally or within the framework of the tripartite cooperation mechanism with Iraq. The president also expressed his appreciation to efforts being exerted by the Jordanian government with regards to the Egyptian community in Jordan. He said Cairo and Amman are cooperating in the medical field to counter repercussions of the coronavirus pandemic. For his part, the Jordanian Prime Minister hailed the national mega projects and comprehensive development steps being implemented in Egypt. He said Jordan is looking forward to benefiting from development efforts in Egypt through an exchange of expertise and joint investments. Earlier, during the president's meeting with Jordanian King Abdullah II in Amman, President al-Sisi held coordination between Egypt and Jordan in issues of mutual concern, as well as their keenness on boosting joint Arab action in a way that serves countering current challenges facing the Arab nation. Presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said the two leaders held one-on-one talks, which were followed by an extensive session that saw the participation of the two delegations of Egypt and Jordan. Upon the directive of President al-Sisi, Egypt sent a plane of medical aid to Jordan as part of Egypt's efforts to support nations amid the coronavirus crisis. The General Command of the Armed Forces ordered the delivery of medicine and medical supplies in cooperation with the Ministry of Health. The aid sent is a reflection of the strong Egyptian and Jordanian relations.
The Red Sea resort of Hurghada is hosting the second meeting of Libya's constitutional path between the Libyan delegations of the Parliament and the Supreme Council. The meetings are being held from Monday to Thursday under the UN auspices to tackle the future of the constitutional path in Libya. The Hurghada meeting comes as the UN mission in Libya prepares to announce a consensus reached by Libyan parties on the mechanisms of electing a new Libyan executive authority. The mission has given a 24 hours deadline for the parties to vote on the mechanisms. Arab League Secretary General Ahmad Abul Ghaid called on the U.S. administration to work with all regional and international sides to reactivate the peace process between Palestine and the Israeli occupation. This came during a UN session on crises and strives in the Middle East. As for the Syrian crisis, Abul Ghaid said solving the crisis needs decreasing the influence of regional players in the Arab country. He said these sides will not succeed in cutting Syria away from its Arab regional identity.